my name is Austin from awfulmedia.com, and today I'm going to just talk to you for a second. Tell you what's been going on, and tell you what's going to be going on in the future. You may have noticed, if you are subscribed to me, or if you've seen my videos lately, that I have not made a video in a while. It's been a little over 2 weeks. But there's a perfectly good reason for that. Now, I just made a video 30 minutes ago talking about all this stuff, but it turned out to be a 30-minute video. So I was like, no, I'm not going to upload a video that's 30 minutes long and just me talking and expect somebody to listen to it. So I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible, just tell you what's happened, what's going to be happening, and what to expect. Really quickly. What happened? Google screwed me over for a bit. They told me my AdSense account was disabled. AdSense is the ad serving program, and I've been using it for 5 years. And when they told me this, I was surprised, but then I was like, wait a second, they're talking about my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel does not even have an AdSense account associated with it, so that can't be right. After 3 weeks of talking back and forth with some people at Maker Studios that I was discussing with about my AdSense issues, they finally figured it out, finally got YouTube to realize how dumb they were being, because I did not even have an associated AdSense account. Got it straightened up, got me partnered up, so everything is good. You may notice I have, my channel is branded now. I have a little fancy logo with a header at top, and my watch page has a little logo in the top left corner. That was the goal of that, but during my downtime, like a month and a half or something, I guess. I don't really know. No, it's not been a month and a half. But during my time of talking with these people and having them argue with YouTube, because we can't talk to YouTube, at least I can't, not normal people. And during all that time, in my free time, I was developing an idea for a project it's something I would never think I would do, and that is developing a Flash game. And I didn't really have plans to develop the game. I had plans to develop the idea and the art and then stop. But no, I kept going. I picked up a couple of books on ActionScript 3 because I really wanted to learn some programming language. And I know PHP, but PHP it's not the most exciting programming language. So, when you learn a programming language and then you try to learn another programming language, it's actually so much easier because you understand the logic. You just have to understand their way of doing it, and that's all it is transferring. It's just like learning another language, and like English and then learning Spanish. Sounds difficult, but you understand the logic of how to say words. You just have to know what word means what. That was a stupid example. Anyway, so I was learning ActionScript 3, so I picked up a couple of books about ActionScript 3 and game development, and it was a lot of reading, and I read a lot more than I've ever read, ever. And I was working on a game and arguing with these people. I wasn't really arguing with anyone. I was talking to someone who was arguing with someone for me, which was awesome. And they got it. They fixed it. So I was developing a game, and I was working in Flash CS6, and I was liking it, but it felt very, very dirty. I don't know, like it was rough. And I started thinking there has to be a better way to do this. There has to be an advanced system out there that everybody can use, and there's game engines and stuff like that. And I was using Box 2D, I was using Flixel, I was trying out Flashpunk and all that kind of stuff. You may have heard of those kind of things if you're a Flash developer or a game developer or whatever. And I was like, well, all these are great, but I kept seeing a word pop up in everything I was reading online about 2D engines and stuff for Flash. And that word was Stencyl. Like, what is Stencyl? And I never bothered to look at it. But a couple weeks ago, I did. And I was just blown away by the power of this software. And if you are familiar with Stencyl, you're probably familiar with the fact that a lot of people think Stencyl is just for kids who want to make a game and call themselves game developers. And that could be used for that. Same could go for Game Maker. Same could go for Unity. But each one adds a lot more simplicity to the field. But they're not as restricted as people seem to portray them as being. And with, like, say Stencyl. If you're not familiar with Stencyl, let me just show you this Stencyl. When you look at it, it does kind of look like, nah. Let's learn some more here. And this is the system it uses. It uses blocks. Blocks represent code. All you're doing is snapping together blocks that would create the code in the background. So it's the same thing as typing it out. You are just not being a gorilla about it. You are a more advanced gorilla. You are a gorilla who can attach colors together to create a program. You're not necessarily coding anymore. You're just programming something. And that's kind of the goal for what I had. It's like, I have this idea, but I don't want to spend 2 years learning every little term, every little definition. And that's not saying I don't want to learn how to program program a game. That's saying I don't want to sit down and learn AS3 or sit down and learn C++, C#, something like that. So they make this software it's fantastic. Like, this video wasn't going to be about this software, but it really is great. It handles your animations really well. It has an awesome tile set API that can really work well with sprite sheets, and it's great. And people on Stencyl are very, very friendly, and it really helped me a lot. And I would like to say that it's easy, right? And that's the thing. It is easy once you learn it, obviously, but it is easy when you pick it up. People take a tutorial. They will follow the tutorial, mindlessly follow the tutorial, and then publish the game on a website. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Nobody wants to play your game that they've already played 4,000 times. That is giving Stencyl a bad name. Don't do that. Do the crash course, do the tutorials to learn how to make your own game. The tutorials aren't that in depth, but they do introduce logical thinking, and they do introduce how to work with conditionals and how to work with some basic loops and how that kind of stuff works. But I mean, in working with controls and inputs and how to grab the controls and how to use the controls to do something on screen. And that is key components to a very basic game. And I did those crash courses. I did those crash courses because I wanted to know the very basics before I tried to build my own game. And I built a couple little very basic, simplistic games at first to understand the software. But nobody's seen those games because those are for me to learn. So don't upload your learning projects unless there's something, completely different you just follow a tutorial on. So I'm building a game, and building the game, I've realized something. I am loving my art that I'm doing, and I am loving the programming aspects of it. But what I am failing at miserably is level design. I don't know. I can't picture a good layout for a level, and I have a very level intensive game. I don't know. I just can't make an appealing level design. But what I mean by level design is actually just like a layout, like, where do I place this platform? Stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's obviously place it in range of the guy's jump. Okay. But I mean, I want to make it look decent, make it strategically placed. But so for some reason, that's what gets me. It's not programming. It's not graphic design in any way. It's level design. I don't know. I feel kind of stupid about it. If you have any knowledge of game design or game development, or you just want to talk about it, let me know. Tweet me, message me on YouTube, website, email me, austin@awfulmedia.com, something. And if you are interested, we will sit down and talk on Skype about something. We'll discuss games or websites if you want to, because that is kind of my thing too, I guess. But I want to do this because I'm really liking the interactivity. Because websites, I mean, yeah, they're interactive, but come on, they're kind of blah, nobody really cares. But games, that's fun. I would really like to talk about Stencyl more in the future, but you may know that I am working on a WordPress tutorial series, and I stopped working on the WordPress tutorial series when all this garbage started to happen. And yeah, there's plans to continue the series, but I am completely, I'm bored of it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm bored of it. And I know I have to finish it, but it's so just like, it just feels, WordPress. Because I jumped into this right after making a WordPress theme for my website and then redesigning my website, which means starting from scratch, building another WordPress theme, and then I jumped into the video series, which is making another WordPress theme, and I was just, So, I mean, yeah, I'm going to do it. I just gotta want to tell you soon, because I may do some more videos before that. I don't want to make anybody mad, but I don't want to completely bore myself either, because that is not going to be good for me. And if it's not good for me, it may not be good for you. So I said this video would not be 30 minutes long, so I'm going to go ahead and stop talking. If you want to talk about games, websites, anything like that, if you want to collaborate somehow, let me know. Email me, austin@awfulmedia.com. Tweet me @awfulmedia. Send me a PM on YouTube, or leave a comment on a video, leave a comment on my website, awfulmedia.com. Facebook, I don't really do much Facebooking, but there is a fan page, facebook.com/awfulmedia. So let me know. I look forward to talking to one or two people. If you want to, that'd be awesome. So thank you for watching, or I guess in this case, listening. If you want to hear more about Stencyl, if you want to talk about it some more, if you want to actually learn a little bit about it, let me know, because I'm really liking my time with it. And I will see you next time.